Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
Then accept it next. Good morning, everyone. The TESDA Women-Centered third part of lifelong learning program will start in a few minutes. May we request everyone to please stand by. Before we start, some reminders to all participants to register yourselves through a link posted in our chat box for your attendance. For naming convention, for trainees or graduates of TWC, and general public, please rename first name and last name. Example, Juan de la Cruz. For those joining for TESDA offices, TESDA office, first name and last name. Example, NCR Juana de la Cruz. Lastly, kindly use the virtual background shared in the chat box. We would like also to inform everyone that this program is being recorded for documentation purposes. Following the data privacy law, with everyone's consent, we will also live stream the program via TESDA Women Facebook page. Maraming salamat po at magandang umaga! A pleasant morning, everyone. Welcome to TESDA Women's Center, third part of lifelong learning program entitled Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability Practices and Innovation in TVET via Zoom platform and TESDA Women's Center official Facebook page. To our dear participants, isang magandang umaga sa inyong lahat at Happy Earth Month. I'm Ara Isabella, TESD Specialist 2 and Guidance Counselor of TESDA Women's Center under the Training Management Unit and will be your host for this program. Again, reminders for all the participants in Zoom to follow the naming convention posted in the chat box. For the trainees and graduates and general public, please rename first name, last name. Example, Juana de la Cruz. For those joining for TESDA offices, TESDA office, first name and last name. Example, NCR Juana de la Cruz. This webinar marks the third episode of the Lifelong Learning Program of TWC for this calendar year of 2023 and in observance of Earth Month this April. Moreover, it is in line with the month-long celebration of TESDA Women's Center 25th founding anniversary. To formally start the event, may we request everyone to stand at attention for singing of the Philippine National Anthem using the all-woman cast Lupang Hinirang music video to be led by
Recording in progress.
Prayer for the Environmental and Sustainability to be led by Miss Hannah Sita Luis de la Cruz, TESD Specialist and Librarian of TESDA Women's Center.
Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayang magiging talas sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa tingin mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, gulat ka ng magiging, sa manlulupi, di ka masisigit. Sa nanganak lulog sa sino at sa lalim mong babang, may ginagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y kalungkay na nagdiligid. Tuwing na araw na kailan pa may madilig. Lupa ng araw ng 100% muli lang isang piling mo. Ang bigaya ng pagkay mga hangin, ang mga ray ng dahil sa'yo.
Let us feel the presence of the Lord. We thank you, Creator God, for the blessings you offer us, from green down land to the deep salt seas, and for the abundant world we share with your creation. Keep us so mindful of its needs and those of all with whom we share, that open to your Spirit, we may discern and practice all that makes for its well-being. Amen.
Thank you so much, Miss Hannah, for the heartfelt prayer this morning. This time, we are very pleased to announce that we have 80 participants here on the Zoom platform. For those joining us via FB page, we would like to request to click the share button to reach more viewers of today's program. Maraming salamat po. And now, to give the welcome remarks, may we request everyone's attention to the Acting Chief TESD Specialist of TESDA Women's Center, Ms. Maylene H. Somera. Good morning, Ms. May.
Thank you, Miss Aura. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, loud and clear.
Thank you. To our dear Deputy Director General for Special Concerns, DDG Vidal D. Villanueva III, our resource speaker from the Basic Environmental Systems and Technologies, Engineer Ceidge Razon, our colleague from the Green Technology Center, who will also serve as one of our resource speakers this morning, Sir Edgar Caldiet, and to all fellow TESDANs, graduates, and everyone from the different parts of the Philippines or even abroad, joining us today for this program, isang mapagpala at makakalikasang araw po sa ating lahat. Again, Happy Earth Month to everyone. As we all know, April is recognized as the month of the planet Earth by virtue of the Presidential Proclamation number 1482 signed on April 10, 2008. Kaya ang TESDA, kabilang na ang TESDA Women's Center, ay nakikiisa sa pambansang selebrasyon at advokasya upang protektahan ang ating kalikasan at ang ating planeta. Ngayong buwan din ng April o Abril, pinagdiriwang ng TESDA Women's Center ang ika-25 taong anibersaryo, kaya masaya namin kayong tinatanggap sa isa sa pinakamahalagang programa at sobrang malapit sa puso ng mga taga-TESDA Women's Center, ang Part 3 ng Lifelong Learning Program. May pamagat itong Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability Practices and Innovations in TVET. Noong taong 2019 o 2019, inilathala ng Forbes.com ang isang artikulo na pinamagatang What's Good for the Planet Earth is Good for Business. This means that recycling, reducing, and reusing waste will save money, energy, and natural resources. Sa pamamagitan ng webinar na ito, nais nating seryosong pag-isipan ang responsibilidad ng bawat isa upang mapangalagaan ang ating kalikasan, gaya ng pagtitipid ng tubig, kuryente, pagtangkilik sa malinis na langis, paggamit ng public transportation at carpooling, pagsunod sa tamang paraan ng pagtatapon ng basura at iba pa. Let us all invest in our planet's future and act against climate change and global warming by means of significant changes in our lifestyle, offices, and even in our own little ways. Climate change is real, and we are already experiencing its harmful effect, di ba? But if we will act and fight for the protection of our environment, one thing is certain, our environment will also take care of us. Muli, Happy Earth Month sa ating lahat, at happy 25th anniversary sa TESDA Women's Center. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mai, for the warm welcome to our participants for this event. Kindly give her a virtual round of applause. A virtual round of applause. Moving on, to give the context setting of today's program, may we call on Engineer Ryan M. Nianto, Senior TSD Specialist and Trainer of Plumbing NC1 and NC2. Good morning, Engineer Ryan.
Good morning, Ma'am Ora. Thank you very much. Once again, I'm Engineer Ryan M. Lianto, Senior TSD Specialist, and from the Training Management Unit here in TESDA Women's Center. I am tasked to present the context setting of today's webinar entitled Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability Practices and Innovations in TVET. In Technical Vocational Education and Training, or TVET, lifelong learning is connected to career development of all TVET beneficiaries. These are non-technical skills that everybody will need, regardless of their sex, gender, sexuality, or gender identity, in order to perform satisfactorily at work and in society, and are considered transferable irrespective of jobs and industrial settings. This April, it is recognized as the month of the planet Earth by virtue of Proclamation number 1482 signed on April 10, 2008 by then President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. The proclamation takes note of the Philippine support for global consensus on the need to protect and save the planet from environmental degradation and to ensure a sustainable future for all. This celebration also promotes working together and taking climate actions to address climate change, which is the biggest challenge affecting the humanity and the planet upon which all life depends. Next slide, please, sir. In this webinar, There are questions that will be given. I have here two questions. First is how to have a sustainable environment, and what do we do now? Let us know the concept of green TVET or greening TVET. Greening means it's the process of becoming more active about protecting the environment. While greening TVET improves the understanding and implementation of education for sustainable development and will contribute in transforming learning and training environments and in building capacities of educators and trainers, while it seeks to take forward other areas of priority to accelerate TSD implementation. Next slide, sir. So as shown, we have here the activities that the TVET's now doing. We have here 5. First is greening the campus. This is about managing the campus by reducing its carbon footprint through the deployment of proper resources and adoption of sustainability principle. Next one is greening the curriculum and training. This is about integrating sustainability into the existing curriculum and training by embedding environment-related contents and green skills. Next is greening research. This is about promoting and applying sustainability in research, philosophies, content, ethos, and standards. It is also about seeking to know where sustainability practices are applied and solutions are developed. Fourth one is greening the community and workplace. This is about co-developing and implementing the institution's sustainability plans and programs together with enterprises and communities, where shared goals can be pursued and sustainable practices and lifestyle become the norm. And lastly, greening the institutional culture. This is where sustainable development could be an integral part of all the strategies and plans of an institution, and benefits are demonstrated by the stakeholders and are evident in a range of institutional outcomes. May I present to you the program flow? We started the program with the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, managing the participants, and then followed by the welcome remarks by our acting Chief TSD Specialist, Ma'am Maylene H. Somera. The next is the context setting, and then followed by the first topic, which is the benefits of sustainability practices and innovations in TVET, which will be tackled by Engineer Ceidge Razon of Basic Environmental Systems and Technologies Incorporated. And we will be having a 5-minute health break. And after that, we will proceed to the topic 2, which is the TESDA's best practices in environmental protection, which will be discussed by Sir Edgardo R. Caldit of Green Technology Center. And then an open forum will be facilitated by Ma'am Jonah Tabutatao, Senior TST Specialist here in TESDA Women's Center. And a closing message will be then given by the Deputy Director General for Special Concerns, Vidal T. Villanueva III. Next is the presentation of the certificates of recognition and the photo opportunity. This ends my presentation, and I hope you continue to listen and learn on this webinar. And I'll be now giving the floor back to our host. Back to you, Ma'am Ora.
Thank you very much, Engineer Ryan, for giving us a detailed run-through of today's event. For the overview of our topics for today, we will have 2 sessions for this morning's program. For the first part, we will talk about the benefits of sustainability, practices, and innovation in TVET. Now, we are privileged to have our first speaker to share her expertise on our topic for today. Our first speaker is Yor Basurero, and takes pride in helping the community one recyclable at a time as the corporate sustainability manager of Trash to Cashback program under Basic Environmental System and Technologies Incorporated. Ceidge earned her MS Environmental Engineering under the aid of DOST, SEI, ERDT from the University of the Philippines, Diliman, specializing in waste analysis and characterization studies, waste to value, waste to energy, sustainability and circularity programs, and waste management system innovation. Our resource speaker currently involved in TESDA and Coca-Cola Philippines National Solid Waste Management Training Program for a World Without Waste pilot program as master trainer or industry specialist. And aspire to transform the waste value chain by creating and implementing innovative and data-driven program with organizations sharing the same goal of maximizing resources, recoveries, and circularity. Participants, join me in welcoming the environmental engineer and waste specialist of Basic Environmental System and Technologies Incorporated, also known as BEST Incorporated, none other than Engineer Ceidge Razon. Good morning po, Engineer Ceidge.
Morning. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear po.
Thank you. Thank you po for having me, no? Masayang-masaya po ako at nakasama po ako sa inyo to celebrate your life learning webinar series. Ngayon po, I'll be sharing with you some of our experiences and of course, maybe give a counting background po pagdating po sa waste management or pagdating po sa going green, no? So ito po, i-introduce ko po yung aming program, Trash to Cashback program. Ang aming pong roadmap is to shift, no? Lipat po tayo from linear to circular economy. Next slide, please. Okay, next po. Ayan. So, ngayon po, ang gusto ko pong ipakita sa inyo, meron po tayong sinusundan or we have following steps po when it comes to waste management. Dito po sa left-hand side po ninyo, yung inverted triangle, ito po yung sinusunod natin. Kung tayo po ay madalas nakakarinig yung 3R, ngayon po 5R na po, no? Meron po tayong sunod-sunod na stages, which is mag-umpisa po sa prevention. Hello? Ayan. Prevention, no? Nandyan po yung refuse, no? Ibig sabihin, ayaw po muna nating magdagdag ng kahit anong waste na ating ititreat. So, kumbaga, ang sample po nito in our daily lives, hindi po muna tayo bibili, no? Hindi natin muna pala iluluto ang mga bagay na hindi natin kayang i-consume agad. Or hindi muna tayo bibili ng mga bagay na hindi naman natin muna kailangang gamitin, no? So we refuse to create new types of waste, no? Or new waste, okay? Next is preparing for reuse. Ang example po nito, pinakamagandang example is every time po na magpapasko, you use your glass bottles or glass containers na pinaglagyan ng inyong ingredients from for your fruit salad, no? Tapos lalagyan niyo po ng fruit salad pabalik and ibibigay po ninyo sa inyong kapitbahay. Number 3 is recycling and upcycling. So, siguro po ang key difference between recycling and upcycling is that recycling is you convert it into almost the same material, okay? Upcycling is you improve the level or you improve the value of the material that you are using. Next would be treatment and recovery, which may include but not limited to yung sa composting natin, no? And maybe co-processing. And lastly is disposal. So the reason why binanggit ko po ito sa inyo is because I want us first to have a clear understanding saan po nagkakaroon ng innovation ngayon pagdating sa waste management or sa waste value chain. Lahat po itong nakita nyo sa left-hand side, naka-angkla po yan sa ating RA 9003 or Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000 with the clear objective na kailangan ma-protect natin ang ating health, no, kalinisan pagdating dun sa ating kapaligiran and of course ma-utilize natin or magamit natin fully yung ating resources. So we treat waste as a resource, and with the new act, Extended Producers Responsibility Act of 2022, nakafocus naman po ito sa life cycle or sa longevity, no, ng product or nung ating material. Next po. Sige po. So, dito po, yung nasa hierarchy kanina, ilagay po naman natin siya pahaba, no? Tayo po, waste po is very personal sa amin. Lahat po tayo ay nagpo-produce ng waste, no? So, tayo po part of the generator, no? But not just us. Usually, nahihiwalay po yung mga generators, no? As a household, nasa offices, nasa public market, commercial establishment. So, to give you an idea of how things are going pagdating po sa waste management, ang generator po natin or ang increase po ng population natin would mean increase din in waste generation. While we do the generation, meron pong iba-ibang uri ng basura tayo na po-produce. Ilagay ko lang po muna sa tatlo para po baka po tayo abutin ng siyam-siyam pagka medyo diniscuss na mahaba. Pero divide po muna natin sa tatlo, no? Food waste or wet waste natin, recyclables or yung mga meron pang gamit, no? And then dry waste, let's say yan yung mga na dapat na mapupunta na sa landfill, no? So, sa ngayon po, nangyayari is that yung recyclables natin, meron na pong mga kumukuha kaunti, pero ang nakikita po ninyo is that kapag minsan nagko-kolekta po tayo or pinagko-kolekta tayo ng basura, kahit po nag-segregate po tayo sa ating bahay, minsan, hindi din natin napipigilan, ayaw na natin na may basura sa bahay natin, sinasama na natin, no? Mixed collection po yung nangyayari, no? So, wala po tayong nagiging entry, wala tayong nagiging practice ngayon, or very minor, very small ang recovery natin pagdating po sa basura, no? Kasi ito po, nare-reduce yung kagandahan ng quality ng ating resource kapag hinalo-halo, no? So, ang nangyayari po, majority napupunta pa rin sa disposal or sa landfill, which ang problema naman natin, meron tayong limited space dahil una, mahal ng lupa at kadalasan ayaw naman natin na yung ating lupa ay lalagyan lang natin ng basura. So, ngayon po, ganito po yung nangyayari in a more generic sense pagdating po dito sa ating waste collection hanggang disposal. Next slide, please. So, ito po, makikita po ninyo, no? Pasensya na po't maaga pa, baka may mga nagkakapit nag-aalmusal, dapat pala bumusina muna ako. But these are the realities po, no? Na kailangan nating makita. Kapag may hindi nakokolektahan, problema. Kapag mixed ang collection, problema. Kapag kadating sa landfill dahil mixed siya, problema. Okay? And then, ang isa pang arising problem is that kahit po meron tayong mga nakikita, yung alam po natin yung mga bote garapa, no? Diaryo bote garapa, meron tayong mga nagsusort or meron tayong mga nakikita na kumukuha na ng recyclables. Kadalasan po, no? Or minsan, meron pong napakataas na risk, health hazard, nakasama po doon po sa ating ginagawa pagdating sa pagsusort, no? Kaya ito pong realities na pinakita sa inyo in photo, ito po yung gusto nating tugunan, no? Using technology or using innovation. Sige po, next slide. Ayan. So, ang gusto po natin sanang mangyari or ang roadmap na iniisip natin is magkaroon po tayo ng integrated waste management, no? From dun po sa una kong pinakita kanina, ang gusto nating mangyari is magkaroon ng separate collection dahil mayroon na pong pagdadalhan na facility, no? Meron ng pagdadalhan na facility para i-treat or i-recycle or i-upcycle yung mga sumusunod na materials, no? So kumbaga, hindi lang po siya basta we segregate at source, we collect separately, pero ang endpoint natin landfill pa rin, no? It has to have technology matching pagdating po sa ating types of waste, no? Sige po. Next po. Ayan. So, in the event po, sabihin natin that we do execute the integrated waste management, doon po sa first two parts ng ating waste value chain, which is prevention and reuse. Ang gusto po natin na, ang innovation po dito, and it doesn't have to be technology driven, but the innovation here is that we change the mindset of the people pagdating po sa consumption. So the innovation here is partly to let them know that they have a role, that each of us has a role, no? At kapag po ginawa ninyo ito, pagdating sa susunod na steps, may improve po yung resource recovery. Dahil meron ng technologies na nandito sa Pilipinas, na available sa Pilipinas, na kailangan lang natin ipagduktong-duktong o ipag-link-link or pagkilakilala itong mga nasa different parts of the waste value stream. At ang impact po nun, greatly makaka-affect kasi mami-minimize po natin yung disposal doon sa ating landfill. Okay? So kumbaga, ang part of the innovation that we are doing sa BEST is nandito po sa left-hand side, no, which is behavioral change. Next po. Next slide, please. Ayan. Sige po. Okay. So again, ibahin ko po ng kaunti kung paano po natin tinitingnan yung ating view kanina. Kasi ngayon po, ang gusto po nating mangyari, medyo mas ma-recall na po ng tao, no, kung saan po sila magpa-participate at kung ano po ba yung kanilang ginagawa. Definitely, with TESDA, kaya happy po ako na kasama ninyo ako ngayon at kasama ko po kayo kasi mahalaga pong component sa innovation pagdating sa waste value chain at going green, sustainability and circularity is information, education, and communication campaign. No? Before we do technology, before we do any technological advancements, it really will boil down to education. And we have to do it in a more fun way, or in a chewable, kumbaga bite-sized pieces para madali pong maintindihan ng lahat at maging relatable po yung ating paghikayat sa kanila na gawin po yung segregation at source. So kung makikita po ninyo dito sa left-hand side, ang usual po na nangyayari you segregate at source or baka po hindi pa nagsisegregate tayo, ipapakolect tapos i-dispose na. Ngayon, ang gusto natin mangyari, segregate at source, lahat po ng recyclables natin ay dalhin po natin sa isang area. Mamaya ko po sasabihin itong Wheel of Fortune sa kanan. No? Pero i-segregate, makolekta ng magkakahiwalay, at mayroon dapat facility na pagdadalhan yung ating pong hiniwalay na para ma-minimize po yung dinidispose sa landfill. Itong nasa kanan ko po, or nasa kanan po ng slide, ito po yung programa namin kung saan sinusubukan po namin na i-link din yung mga technologies, no, or technology partners or recycling partners para po ma-ensure na yung iba't ibang uri ng basura po na sineseparate na natin, hindi po talaga siya magli-leak sa environment. Next po. Okay. Pero bago ang lahat, ano ba yung mga i-marites ko po sa inyo ng konti kung ano po yung ginagawa namin muna for waste collection. No? I just want to share with you that kami po sa BEST, ang tawag po namin sa aming waste collection system ay may basurero. So, sa normal na collection po, talaga pong hahakutin lang tapos na. Sa amin po, ang gusto po namin mangyari is para po na kayong may grab. Pero truck po ng basura yung pwede niyong mabook doon. So for example, kailangan po ninyo ng hahakot ng inyong mga construction waste or yung mga pinagputulan ng puno, or halimbawa po, nag-ayos kayo ng inyong bahay, ng inyong mansyon. Tapos marami po kayong kailangan ipa-dispose ng mga aparador at kung ano-ano pa. Tapos wala po kayong mabook or wala po kayong mga kakilalang naghahakot, no? Or maghahakot at i-dispose properly. Yun pong mga sa tingin po niya ay basura na. Pwede po ninyo kaming i-book gamit po ang may basurero at i-ensure po namin na mapupunta po yun sa tamang puntahan. Okay? So, kasama po nun, dito po sa may lower left-hand side, makikita po ninyo na ang aming mga basurero ay naka-full PPE, no? Hindi po sila naka-tsinelas, hindi po sila naka-shorts. Naka-uniform po yung mga yan at talaga pong mababait, no? Pagka po kayo nag-book sa amin ng trip, ang gusto po naming ma-feel ninyo is that ang idea po nitong My Basurero is that ma-uplift po namin yung moral ng aming mga waste collectors. Kasi ngayon po, gumagamit na sila ng app, pipicturean po nila ang before and after ng kanilang service at pwede niyo po silang ratingan. So this part of the innovation pagdating sa sustainability practice involves the boost of morale sa aming mga waste collectors. Apart from that, namo-monitor na po namin yung start of trip at end of trip, meaning kaya po naming ma-trace, no, kung gaano katagal po sila sa daan at dahil po may GPS yan, alam po namin talaga kung saan sila pumunta, kung tumambay pa po ba, no? Kung meron pa pong dinaanan kung saan, no? So kumbaga, ito pong type of innovation na to, we are implementing it right now sa BEST. Kaya po yung aming mga partner ay masaya kasi nakukuha rin po nila yung report, no, time in motion report. At saka yung kilo po, no, kinikilo po namin lahat or tinitimbang po namin lahat ng types of waste na ipinapahakot po sa amin. So kumbaga, in terms of innovation and sustainability, we would like to have a robust database pagdating po, no, sa different types of waste para alam po namin kung paano namin i-manage dahil na-measure na po na. Okay, next slide please. Okay. Ito na po, yung Wheel of Fortune kanina, ito po rin siya, may 5 steps siya. Kung makikita po ninyo, itong 5 steps na ito ay para po siyang parte, no, ng regular na pamumuhay. Meron din po sa may upper left corner, makikita ninyo, meron din mga diver dyan na kumukuha ng mga, kumbaga sa ano, parang may postal cleanup, no? Pero, ang importante po dito is we have segregation at source, number 1, no? And then we have different drop-off locations or recyclables exchange locations located marami po sa NCR, pati sa Bacolod and CDO, no? And ang idea po is, for example, ito, meron akong recyclable na hawak. After ko pong i-consume, dadalhin ko sa drop-off location, makaka-receive po kayo, no, ng environmental points na tinatawag natin, kapalit ng inyong recyclables at iba pang mga incentives. At pwede niyo pong gamitin ng environmental points pang-redeem ng iba't ibang basic commodities, pati pangbayad ng bill. At para po mabuo yung loop natin, kukolektahin po namin lahat ng nasa exchange locations. Malinis po yan namin iwan at dadala po namin yan sa aming recycling partner. Okay, next slide please. So, ang involvement, sino lang ba yung pwede dito, Ceidge, sumama sa trash to cashback? Actually po, nabanggit ko kanina that waste is very personal. Pag sinabi ko pong personal, talaga pong tayo pong lahat ay parte po nito, no? Pero hindi lang po per individual, hindi lang kumpanya, even our local government, we would want them involved. Lahat po tayo, no? We would want you guys involved, especially our recycling partners. Kasi kailangan po nating mabuo yung bilog. Mawawalan po ng saysay yung circularity or sustainability kung hindi po natin malalagyan ng tantos, kumbaga, yung lahat po ng 5 steps na yun or yung 5 pillars. Ang end goal po is ma-reduce natin yung leakage from the environment, no? So, ayaw nating pumalat yung basura sa environment. And paano po natin yung gagawin in a better way than to actually let people know, no, let individuals know na meron na talagang pagdadalhan nito, no? So you just have to bring it to us or we go to you para ma-ensure na ma-retrieve na natin siya at madala sa tamang paglalagyan, okay? Ma-achieve to yung idea na ito sa tingin namin, no, for the last 2 years na nag-ooperate kami. Na-achieve ito kapag sa umpisa, no, by rewarding the people or incentivizing people to do the right thing, they are more engaged. Imbis na ipe-penalize natin sila, no, we incentivize them for doing the right thing. And afterwards, when they are engaged, ang mangyayari na po is it will become a habit na po, no, habitual na yung mangyayari para po dito. Sige po, next slide. Okay, Ceidge, paano nyo ginagawa yung ano ba yung innovation or ano ba yung kaibahan kung paano nyo ginagawa yung inyong pagkolekta ng recyclables at source, no? So makikita po ninyo dito sa left side, no, yung ating pong partners who would also need to collect or retrieve yung kanilang mga packaging, no? Are also giving us incentives para po ibaba naman natin sa individuals. For example, kapag po nagdala kayo ng plastics, tapos ang conversion ay 25 environmental points or parang 25 pesos, makaka-receive pa po kayo ng cheese, parang ganyan. No? So kumbaga, para tayong gumagawa ng game, no? Gini-gamify po natin yung ating pagre-recycle, gini-gamify natin yung, kumbaga may iba-ibang mechanics, no? Ang mga Pilipino, alam naman natin, di ba po, kahit nasa simpleng video okay, ang mga Pinoy, bragging rights lang, excited, competitive. So medyo ganun po yung ginagawa natin dito. Yung pangalawa, makikita po ninyo, with Lazada, nung nagpandemya po, alam ko po, natunog-tunog ang cellphone ninyo na nag-notify ang Lazada or ang Shopee. No? So, for example, ito, ang gagawin naman po is we collect yung mga packaging po ng Lazada. No? Pati yung mga boxes. Dalhin lang po ninyo ito sa amin. No? Gagawin po namin itong panibagong product. At si Lazada naman, para matulungan niya yung recycling partners natin, binigyan niya po kami ng platform sa mismong Lazada at makikita po ninyo yung mga recycled na, no, na materials from our recycling partners. At pwede po kayo ring maka-earn or maka-convert from your environmental points into Lazada credit. So kumbaga, sa madaling sabi, kapag po kayo nagbigay ng mga packaging, no, e-commerce packaging po, at nag-earn po kayo ng points, ang points po ninyo ay pwede nyo ma-convert into Lazada credits at ipambili din po ng mga items na potential galing din po dun sa plastic po na idinala nyo sa amin. No? So, kumbaga, yun po, full circularity ang nangyayari po dito. Yung pangatlo naman po is, tinesting namin kung halimbawa, bigyan nyo po kami ng 5 walang laman na Milo sachet. At bibigyan po namin kayo ng isa na may laman. No? So, parang tinitingnan po natin ngayon, in terms of the reaction of the individuals, kung alin po ang pinaka effective. Okay? Next slide, please. Makikita po ninyo dito na ang mga tao ay talagang ginagawa na rin po ito. No, they are already part of our Eco Warriors. Ang pangarap po namin, 1 million. So sana po yung mga nandito pong nakikinig, maging Eco Warrior po namin kayo at soon enough maging Eco Champions po sa ating communities. So bawal lang sila nanay, masipag po silang magdala, no, sa aming centers. And we also do different pop-ups sa iba-ibang locations po, no? But I guess what I'm saying is, once the habit is formed, mahirap na po itong tanggalin. It's a hard habit to break because, una, hindi na lang pang sarili ang iniisip dahil alam na nila at nakikita nila sa kanilang community na, lumilinis na kasi nag-uunahan na sila ngayon kumuha ng valuable resource. And of course, the benefits sa kanila in their communities that they have a cleaner community, less risk of flooding, and of course, sa health and safety natin, mas maganda, no? Mas maaliwanas tignan. Okay, next slide please. Okay, ano po itong pinapakita ni Ceidge? Okay, just to show you po, no, pagdating sa innovation, para sa ating mga bagets, no, excuse me, na gustong sumali sa movement, we are trying to create already a platform kung saan para po tayong nag-iipon ng mga badge, no? Basically, ang gusto po namin gawin is ginigamify po namin. Pag naka-reach po kayo ng milestone, magkakaroon po ng mga laman yang nandito sa pinakakanan, no? Para po kapag naglalaro kayo siguro ng mga Candy Crush or even your other games, no? Gusto po namin gawin ganon. Yung ating tawag dito, yung ating road to becoming eco-champions. Pero, data-driven pa rin po. Next slide, please. Okay. Dito naman po, so kanina, nasa recyclables, kung paano namin kinukuha yung sa kanilang data, paano namin minamanage, kung paano malalaman ng mga tao or kung paano sila maiganyo. Binanggit ko rin po yung may basurero pagdating sa collection. Ngayon naman po pagdating sa landfill, anong nangyayari? Nilalagyan na po namin ng QR code yung aming mga truck, no? Para po pag nakita po ng aming watcher, isa-scan po, dapat ka bang pumasok dito? Ikaw ba talaga ay allowed mag-dump dito or mag-dispose dito? I-weigh po yon at makikita niyo po sa pinakakanan, may type of waste, may volume, may timbang, no? So, kumbaga, ito pong mga ganito na kung minsan iisipin natin, dapat naman talaga merong ganyan. Sabihin ko po sa inyo na sa practice po ngayon, hindi pa po lahat ay nagmo-monitor ng ganito. Or wala pa po silang enough structure or enough tawag dito, monitoring tools para po gamitin ito at para yung lahat po ng datos na makuha ay magamit po natin for analysis, no? So, sa best po, we are doing our best. Bawal na po na good at better lang, best na po kasi kami. So, dapat we will do our best to really put data management systems po, no, from start to finish pagdating po sa waste value chain. Next, please. Sige po. Okay, sige po, isa pa po. Yan. Okay. Yung shift po, nangyayari na po yan, no? Ako po yung nakasakay sa traktora, no? Mga 20 kilos ago. Nasa ibabaw po kami ng landfill kasi hindi po makakapunta sa taas kapag po hindi sumakay sa traktora dahil hindi na po kayang lakarin ng yon, no? Wag po tayong maging wasted, meaning wag po tayong mahagard pagdating sa paggawa ng small steps in our own little ways, even sa inyong households, not just in the offices, not just in areas kung saan nakakakita kayo na meron ng mga initiatives, no? But the small amounts of effort that you put in on a day-to-day basis, it really makes it work. So don't be wasted po, and let's not waste our resources, of course. Next, please. Ayan, bibigyan ko po kayo ng example ng mga na-convert na po namin to eco-champions. So for example, this is a partnership with Coca-Cola for their program na A World Without Waste. Kasama po namin dito ang mga nanay from PASCO or Philippine Association for Sari-Sari Stores and Carinderia Owners. Ang target po dito kung kayo po ay hindi pa Gen Z, meron po kasi tinatawag natin na balik bote, no? So kapag bumili po kayo ng soft drinks, ang mangyayari is pag naubos na, may deposit yon, yung bote na yon. Pagka binalik nyo at bumili kayo ng bago, yon, balik bote, no? Palit bote. Ito po, ang idea is, ang mga sari-sari store, sa kanila ibabalik ang PET bottle or ang beverage bottle, okay, na binili rin sa kanila. So kumbaga, sila po ay magiging drop-off locations ng PET bottles, okay? At ang mangyayari po doon ay nagtayo po ang Coca-Cola ng isang PET recycling plant. So bote to bote po, ang PET hindi pa po yan before, no? Hindi pa po yan nare-recycle into bote ulit kasi dapat po food grade, no? But they invested sa isang technology kung saan ang bote ninyo kahit gaano karumi, no, tatanggapin ipaprocess, at magiging bote ulit. So yun po, no? It's a pioneering technology here in the Philippines. At sa kabilang banda naman, ang mga nanay natin nagkakaroon din ng additional revenue because of the PET bottle sales. Now, ang kagandahan nito is nagkakaroon po din tayo ng mga parang social gatherings na, no? Sila mismo nagkakaroon ng social gatherings. Kasi ngayon, ang mga dating marites na sinasabi, iba na po ang istorya ngayon, no? Kung dati nakalagay na sa kanilang mga tindahan, bawal utang ngayon, bukas pwede. Ngayon po, nangyayari, bawal utang ngayon, pero may PET bottle ka ba? Okay? So, baka pwede nang umutang, pero magdala ka muna ng PET bottle. O kaya, nagkakaroon ng iba-ibang creative, no, and innovative ideas din yung ating mga nanay and even yung ating mga tatay na nagbabantay sa kanilang mga tindahan. If you look at the right-hand side, no, yung picture po, hinihiwalay pa po nila. No, matindi na po ang segregation dito sa TEM. Hinihiwalay po nila yung kanilang mga takip, even yung label, no? Dahil alam po nila na iba-ibang type na po yun ng plastic. So, this also involves environmental training for them. This also involves na matap po nila yung iStar program din ng TESDA. Excuse me. Para po dun sa training naman, no, for business, for entrepreneurship. So, maganda po yung nagiging nagiging pagkakasunod-sunod or ripple effect ng ating mga programa because of this one. Next slide, please. Okay, ito, I think this is my second to the last slide, no? Of course, definitely, for example, hindi lang sapat na nandun tayo sa may ground, no? Na nagko-collect ng PET bottle. In partnership with TESDA also, DNR and DILG. So, nagkakaroon din po tayo ng training, no, para sa mga barangay officials natin. Dahil hindi po sapat na tayo gumagawa nito, tapos hindi naman holistic ang ating approach. Kailangan alam din po ng barangay kung ano rin yung kanilang mga kailangang gawin, ano yung kanilang mga roles, responsibilities, para po masuportahan at magkaroon po tayo ng integrated waste management simula pa lang sa barangay bago pa lumabas sa syudad. So, this one, ang nangyayari, ang innovative dito is that ngayon po yung mga barangay officials natin under the Solid Waste Management Board also now understands how to use the monitoring tools that they should have. Also understands on a technical perspective, no, ano yung kailangang i-monitor, ano yung kailangang malaman, makita on ground para dun sa waste value chain, sa kanila pa lang po, masiseparate na natin yung mga valuables from the invaluables. Next slide, please. Ayan. So, I hope I was able to share, and I hope hindi po kayo na-overload sa aking sinasabi. But again, I'm Ceidge Razon from BEST, and hopefully we can save the environment one recyclable at a time. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, and a virtual applause to you, Engineer Ceidge, for that very informative discussion about the benefits of sustainability practices and innovation in TVET. Kindly give Engineer a heart or clap react po. Maraming salamat. Now, may we acknowledge the 100 participants from Zoom platform, especially from TESDA Central Office, TESDA Gender and Development Focal Point System, TESDA LPO, National Language Skills Center, NLSC, TESDA Regional Offices from Region 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, PTC Aklan and Bana, PO Leyte, and instructors and professors from PUP, as well as the viewers from TWC FB page. Again, we would like to request to click the share button to reach more viewers of today's event. Our dear participants, kung meron po tayo mga katanungan tungkol sa present ni Engineer Ceidge, maaari po niyong itong i-key in sa ating chat box po sa Zoom or sa comment section ng FB page po. Ito po ay i-entertain mamaya during our open forum. Thank you po. And now, before we proceed to our second topic of today's program, Let's first a 5-minute health break. Kindly come back by 10:30 a.m. po. Maraming salamat.
Hey guys, thanks for dropping by. Special episode natin today dahil today is my segregation day. Yup, you got it. Magsasegregate ako ng trash and you know why? Para tulungan ang environment natin dahil yan yung totoong isang issue. Alam nyo guys, it's important to know the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Ito po magandang na-discover ko. Meron kayo makukuha ang cashback sa basura. Oh, interesting, no? Sige, ituturo ko sa inyo.
I recently discovered the best special cashback program, wherein you can earn environmental points with every exchange. All you need is Be Extra account, which can be created using one valid email address. Through this account, you will receive EP, which is equivalent to cashback that can be used to redeem grocery items, as well food, drinks, and many more. Nakatulong ka na sa kalikasan, nakaipon ka pa ng points.
Ngayon, para magka-cashback tayo or eco-points, kailangan natin malaman ang tamang pagsasegregate at ang mga ways na pwedeng gawing eco-points.
Hatiin natin sa classifications: plastic, glass, metal, paper, at organic. Sa lamang ito, ang paper, metal, at plastic ang pwede maging points. For every kilo ng waste na may ipon mo, may corresponding eco-points agad dito.
So imagine guys, for every kilo may makukuha ka ng eco-points. Remember guys, napakadali lang mag-segregate. At ang laking tulong nito sa environment natin. At sa next video, malalaman nyo na kung paano ito magiging cashback.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Marami siyang katulad yan, marami akong top noodles at saka nakakuha pa ako ng ibang item. Kasi yung mga, na yan, basura, dadaling ko pa doon sa junk shop, ang layo-layo, tapos magkano na. Ang hirap magbitbit, buti na lang kayo dito malapit.
It may not always come easy. Trials and obstacles will always be a part of the equation. But Having the commitment will take us to where we want to be. And then, that's when the magic happens. When people start to see that a man's commitment can be turned into groups, into communities, and perhaps into nations. We have also found a way to solve it. But, just like any other process, it will take time. And it will take actions to fulfill our mission to save the environment. We have taken the first step, and there's no turning back. That's why we encourage you to take your first step as an eco-warrior and join our cause for our planet, for our kids, for our future. We only have one world, one life, so let's all start with one step, one commitment, because the change must come from each and every one of us. That we may not just be one, but the one that takes a stand to do what's right. Work with us. Work for your planet Earth. Be one in that 1 million that we are aiming for. Let's not allow these wastes to be our legacy. Make your actions count as what you leave behind on this earth for humanity.
So yan. So nakabalik na po ba ang lahat? Okay. Yung mga iba po na ating kasamahan sa opisina, kung maaari lamang po ay pakimessage siya po natin para sa ating ikalawang yugto ng ating LLP ngayong araw na to. So ngayon, wag na natin patagalin pa at ituloy na muli natin ang ating programa. Welcome again to our TESDA Women Center third part of lifelong learning program entitled Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability Practices and Innovation in TVET. So bago ang lahat, reminder po ulit na sa ating naming convention na kindly follow the naming convention for trainees and graduates and general public as well. Please rename first name, last name, example, Juana de la Cruz. For joining sa TESDA offices, kindly key in TESDA office, first name and last name. Example, NCR Juana de la Cruz. Another reminders din po, dear participants, to register yourself through link posted in our chat box for attendance po. Para po makuha natin ang ating pinaka-inaasam na e-certificate. And lastly, don't forget to use our virtual background na sinishare sa atin sa ating chat box po. Maraming salamat. And now, for our second part of the program, we are going to talk about the TESDA's best practices in environmental protection. Our second resource speaker earned his Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering at Technological Institute of the Philippines, Quezon City. He also obtained 18 units in the Certificate in Teaching program at St. Bernadette College of Alabang in preparation for teaching job at SBCA, handling all science subjects in high school department. Moreover, he gained his National Certificate Level 2 in Landscape Installation and Maintenance in 2018 through actual assessment and recognition of prior learning. He became part of the faculty and later Deputy Principal of St. Bernadette College of Alabang from 2008 to February 2015. And he joined the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority last 2015 as technical staff. Now, he is still currently affiliated with TESDA in the Green Technology Center as TESD Specialist 2. I'm honored to introduce to you our second resource person, Mr. Edgardo R. Calbit, TESD Specialist 2 from Green Technology Center of TESDA. Good morning po, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Maraming salamat po sa very generous na introduction. Okay, am I audible po sa lahat? Am I clear po ba?
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po, sir. Loud and clear po.
Okay, maraming salamat and magandang umaga po sa lahat ng participants. It is an honor for us, Green Technologies, na maging part of this lifelong learning webinar series. Okay, I am tasked to share with you yung best practices ng TESDA, including the Green Technology Center on environmental protection. So start with, next slide please. Okay, the basis of the green of the TVET system is the Philippine Green Jobs Act of the 2016. RA 10771 or the Green Jobs Act was issued in 2016, and on that same year, we conducted the Green TVET Forum, wherein kasama na din yung strategic planning. Next slide, please. So during the output of the Green TVET Forum is the establishment or the coming up of the Green TVET framework, wherein we were able, or TESDA was able to identify the 5 components of the TVET framework. These are the green community, green jobs, green skills, green policies, green competency standards, and green culture. So ito yung pinaging basis natin para mag-start tayo sa greening programs ng TESDA. And in relation to that also, TESDA Circular number 58 was also issued in August in 2018. Ito yung naging basis for the greening programs and initiatives ng bawat TESDA institutions. So initially, we started with all the public TESDA institutions. Next slide, please. So we're going to discuss examples of the components of each framework. So green jobs, okay, next slide, please. These are examples of the green jobs that is now available at TESDA. As you see on the screen, it is photovoltaic systems installation. Okay, this example is being shared to us by the PTC Bukidnon as their best practice. So meron silang 5,000 watts na photovoltaic systems na ginagamit ng kanilang institution itself. So medyo na they are now dependent on renewable energy para sa use sa kanilang institution. Next slide, please. Okay, another one is this yung best practices na shinare ng ISAT or Isabela School of Arts and Trades, wherein during the pandemic, they were able to discover or innovate something na as a alternative replacement para doon sa ating disinfectant. So they developed this disinfectant from Kamyas, or we call it cucumber tree. So this is one of the best practices that was shared to us and was featured in our Green TVET journal. Next slide, please. Okay, green policies. I think this is also one of the best practices that is shared by MAIS or the Marcos Agro-Industrial School. This is the utilization of corn cobs o yung busal ng maize and rice straw, yung dayami, para sa alternative substrates sa oyster mushroom production. Okay, so this is one of the green jobs that they are now offering, and this is a very good alternative for livelihood para sa kanila mga sa community. Next slide, please. Green policies. Okay, next slide. So when it comes to green policies, these are systems and procedures na gusto natin i-implement sa ating community or sa ating institution. So example, they're using inverter air conditioning units. They institutionalize the proper waste segregation at source. So they installed waste segregation bins. Actually, this is not only available in PTC IBA or Zambales. This is now being practiced almost all over the country. Sa lahat ng mga institutions, meron ng mga segregating bins and para ma-implement po natin yung tamang waste segregation at source. And then also the use of LED lamps and bulbs. Next slide, please. The green culture. Next slide. Okay, the green cultures involves actual adoption of different sustainable practices. What is being featured here in the slide is the Roblon National Institute of Technology, wherein meron silang organic farming, integrated farming, and the orchard, wherein almost all of their implements or agricultural implements are organic. They promote sustainable agricultural practices, wherein they, as much as possible, they decline the use of the synthetic fertilizers and insecticides. So they are shifting to organic. Next slide, please. Okay, the use of waste materials as another, parang ito yung diniscuss kanina ni Ma'am Ceidge, yung upscaling. Ito yung mga PET bottles or the polyethylene bottles are being used as containers for gardening. Medyo na kung napapansin nyo na mas pinaganda o din-develop na ito para mas maging attractive sila by painting them and using them as ridges sa landscape. Okay, next slide please. This is also one of the best practices in Picos Carmen. Ginagamit nila yung PET bottles. As you can see sa picture, these are PET bottles from Coke 1.5 liters. So ginamit nila is container for container gardening, wherein ang gamit nila is ang ginagamit nila is the soil and planted with vegetable crops. Next slide please. The green community. Next please. Okay. These are sustainable initiatives, embrace a green future. This is from RTC Baguio. So, sa RTC Baguio, meron silang bike racks wherein they encourage yung mga employees and trains also na to use bicycles in commuting para hindi na po tayo mag-depend dun sa regular transportation natin. And then they also have this organic garden and vertical garden. And then meron silang bicycle day. I think this is every Friday. They implement this at an institution where mostly of the employees and trainees go to the institution na nakabike sila. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this is a preset watering system for sustainable mini organic vegetable garden. This is in Liban and Camarines Sur. Aside from the solar-powered irrigation system, wherein yung gumagamit na tayo renewable energy is the grid or just people is Casoreno. This one, ikinabit nila sa the solar-powered irrigation system yung system para yung kanilang farm, the garden, is being supplied with irrigation from the water source, pero hindi na sila nakadepende sa electricity. Okay, next slide please. This is a photovoltaic system sa Tuguegarao City. So aside from the regular training program na offered in the center, sila mismo ay gumagamit din para sa kanilang institution. Next slide please. Okay, this biogas digester is in Quezon National Agricultural School. Mostly, since meron silang farm, meron silang livestock and garden and orchard also, yung mga waste materials, yung mga dumi ng alaga nilang livestock, the goats, the cattle, and other are used as feedstock sa kanilang biogas. So aside from generating gas for the household use sa kanilang canteen, nakakapag-produce din sila ng yung excess or the biomass is used as fertilizer. Next slide. Okay, this is what I was mentioning a while ago, yung solid waste management program for the or the central offices, regional offices, provincial and technology institution. So This is now a common site sa ating pag nag-visit tayo sa mga different institutions sa TESDA. Meron tayong mga waste segregation bins, materials recovery facilities, and the use of these recyclable materials para mas ma-utilize natin siya instead of throwing them as maging part of ating trash na dinadala sa sanitary landfills. So, this will be a common site, and hopefully with the upcoming programs that will be offered relative to SWN, mas magiging mas maganda po itong site na sa ating institutions. Next slide, please. Okay, one of the best practices na in-adopt, this is some of the TESDA Women Center sa TWC. Meron na silang rainwater harvesting facility na nakalagay sa kanilang second and third floor. As you can see, meron silang mga, these containers is the collection chamber for the tubig ulan. So yung from the roof system, pino-collect nila papunta doon sa container, storage container, para magamit nila for irrigation ng kanilang ornamental plants, kanilang landscape, sa atrium and sa paligid po ng TESDA Women Center. Next slide. Okay, this is also the best practices or what you can find dito sa aming sa facilities ng Green Technology Center. Next slide. Okay, we also have this solar-powered irrigation system na nakakabit sa aming rainwater harvesting facility. Yung first picture sa left, ito yung from the roof system ng building mismo. From the gutter, kinukulik sa nag-glide siya dun sa nakakabit sa drainage. Ito ay yung plastic chain para hindi po matatapos sa flooring. And then yung second picture, ito yung collection chamber, papunta siya sa underground cistern tank. Ito naman po yung solar panels naman. Ito yung nagpa-power para dun sa pump na nakakabit dun sa overhead tank. Yung picture sa right side, this is the IBC tank na 1 cubic meter. So yung galing po sa underground tank, ipinapump up siya using the solar-powered irrigation system, and then inaakit siya dun sa overhead tank. Saka namin siya ginagamit, nakakabit siya for the irrigation of our vegetable garden, sa greenhouse, and sa ornamental garden. Next slide. Okay, we adopted different agricultural technologies. Okay, so yung first picture, this is the hydroponics demo facility of TESDA Green Technology Center. So dito po tayo nagtatanim. Yung hydroponics is the soilless agriculture of the production of different crops and vegetable crops. And then the greenhouse. Yung greenhouse namin, you still plant it on the soil, pero we situate na organic na po yung mga ginagamit namin sa greenhouse. So this is our planted different vegetables and root crops also. And then sa bottom left ng picture is yung aquaponics demo facilities. This big aquaponics unit is donated by BFARC, the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. This unit contains yung sa bottom layer part po niya, yung sa tank niya is ang capacity niya is 450 na heads of fish. Right now, ang laman po nito ay tilapia. They do for harvesting next month. At yung, as you can see, the pipe sa upper level, ito naman ay may tanim na onion chives and some cabbage o kangkong sa kanya. Pero you can use this as planting for planting vegetables, lettuce, pechay, herbs, and various herbs. And then yung sa sa lower right naman, this is the vermicomposting and backyard composting facility. Right now, this contains yung we put in here 8 kilograms ng vermicompost or the ANC, the African Nightcrawler, and every 6 months nakapag-harvest kami dito ng vermicast or the organic fertilizer. Next slide, please. Okay, this was mentioned by Ma'am Sid a while ago. We have now the TESDA partnership for the solid waste management training program for a world without waste. So nag-start po kami last year. We signed the memorandum of agreement with POG and TESDA. And this year, nag-upgrade po yung MOA, naka-onboard na rin yung DNR sa DILG. Yung SW and TP, WWW, ang ultimate goal po nito is maging regular training programs and TESDA wherein we capacitate the workers even doon sa community and barangay levels. So, initially, nag-pilot training program kami sa LG ng Angono. We trained the barangay officials and the workers sa 10 barangays of the Angono. And then, this year, we'll be doing this nationwide. Meron po yung next na phase ng pilot training will be in 10 selected LGUs all over the country. And parallel to that, ginagawa na rin po yung ang next target po is makapag-come up tayo ng CS or competency standards para eventually we can make it as we can develop the training regulations for the solid waste management training program. Next slide, please. Okay, we also now have the food cold chain innovation technologies na located ngayon sa RTC, NCR, dito sa Central Office. Yung Cold Chain Innovation Hub is a partnership under the Global Environmental Fund. So yung partner po natin na UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization, partner with the different international companies, including local companies, and they donated various equipment in the cold chain technologies. So kaya meron na po tayong permanent showcase or displays. As you can see, meron mga 21 international companies that donated to TESDA various equipment. So ito ay pwede po natin makita anytime na pumunta ka sa Central Office. You go to the engine building ng RTC NCR. Doon po located yung ating cold chain innovation. Next slide. Okay, aside from the training programs, we conducted in 2019, we started offering the photovoltaic systems installation as a regular program in partnership with PTC Rosario. Dinala po natin yung programa funded by the scholarship ng Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Act. So nakapagkandak tayo ng 3 batches ng training for photovoltaic and 3 batches of training for landscape installation and maintenance. Aside from that, isa sa regular program ng Green Technology Center is yung exhibits and technical learning sessions. Since the inauguration of GTC in 2015, naging regular program muna po namin exhibits na may kasamang technical learning session. So sa upper right, ito yung exhibit that we featured agricultural products and technologies. And yung sa center naman, sa lower center, is yung sa e-vehicles. And then yung sa lower right, ito yung sa introduction ng split type air conditioning units using the R290 as a refrigerant. So ito yung sa technologies na gusto na pinopromote namin sa TESDA, especially sa CCI Hub, because R290 is the best alternative para sa ating mga regular na refrigerants, yung mga HCFCs, yung hydrochlorofluorocarbons, or yung tinatawag natin na freon, which are big contributor doon sa ating depletion ng ating ozone layer. So nakakasira sila sa ating ozone layer, kaya we are promoting those refrigerants na less ang global warming potentials. Okay? Next slide, please. Okay. We are now on the third issue of the Green TVET Journal, wherein we feature the selected best green practices sa institutions. So every year, since we started in 2020, yung mga TESDA technology institutions are encouraged to submit to us their write-ups on the best practices. And then from the articles submitted to us, we select the best practices and we feature them sa ating Green TVET Journal. So, the Green TVET Journal is provided sa lahat ng mga TESDA technology institutions, regional offices, provincial offices, and then also the institution that submits the article featured. It is also available do sa ating libraries, Asian TVET Vocational Educational Resource Center dito sa office. So anytime po ay pwede kayong makakuha or makita yung copy nito na provided. Next slide, please. Okay, so from the start, yung title natin is Benefits of Greening and Sustainable Practice in TVET System. So ito po yung mga magiging endpoint or the benefits of having this or obliging to follow the framework. First, sa green community, ang endpoint natin or what we're going to achieve is we have a resilient, self-sufficient, sustainable, and environmentally friendly community. So ano yung key result areas? Meron magkakaroon tayo ng green campus models, system of support mechanisms, capacitated people, and green-minded community of people. For the green jobs, we will be able to come up with the green jobs identification and prioritization. Kaya sa pinakita natin example kanina, yung sa photovoltaic systems installation. So this is one of the considered the green jobs that will be produced. And then next is yung sa green policies. What we will achieve is we have the industry-driven green TVET practices. So lahat ng mga by the way, hindi lang po yung central office or Green Technology Center ang may task to come up with green policies. Even us, ating mga individual institutions, we have the capacity as long as na ang goal natin is to introduce and to implement yung mga safe and environmentally friendly practices at the institution. As long as it will be resource efficient, energy efficient, environmentally friendly, or nakakapag-protect para mas mapangalagaan natin ating kalikasan that can be considered as a green policy. The green competency standards or the green TRs, we are now bringing the 4 dimensions of the competency standards, the training arrangement, the assessment and certification arrangement in the TRs. And green culture, of course, kapag na-imbibe na sa atin, sa sarili natin yung green culture, we have the personal and institutional commitment to green that TVET practices. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, so summary. I think this will be the last slide. The greening of the TVET system to be a pool of institutional approach must generate, sorry, I omit the word, the support of all members of the organization. What we all need is to adapt and adopt all the necessary green products, processes, and sustainable practices. We adapt because we can benchmark with other institutions na meron namang ganun mga green practices, and we can also adapt those practices sa ating institution. We share these best practices at TESDA for the benefit of others so they may replicate and propagate all these sustainable practices towards a greener future. So yun po, pwede po tayong manggaya, pangopya, as long as our intention is to help propagate green technologies that will be ultimately beneficial to our environment. Next slide. So that's it. Yun po yung content ng best practices na TESDA. Actually, marami po mga best practices na ginagawa ang mga institutions natin, and we will be able to share with you through our Green Tablet Journal. And of course, some of them are being shared to us sa aming Green Technology Center Facebook page. So pwede po natin makita yung ibang best practices na sinishare ng institutions. And in the coming days or weeks, we'll also feature through our Facebook page yung iba pang mga sinishare na sa institution level. So, maraming salamat po. And back to you, Ma'am Ona.
A virtual applause to Mr. Edgardo for that very substantial discussion about the TESDA's best practices in environmental protection. Tunay nga na sobrang daming tayong sabihin natin ginagawang kumbaga programa, polisiya na may relasyon sa ating Earth o sa ating planetang Earth. Now, dear participants, kung maaari lamang po, isang heart or clap react naman po para po kay Mr. Edgardo sa kanyang magandang pagpe-present ng iba't ibang best practices na meron ang TESDA. Maraming salamat! Moving on, to address your requests, concerns in relation to the two topics presented, may we call on Ms. Jonna Tabu Tataw, Senior TESD Specialist of TESDA Women's Center to facilitate the open forum. May we also request the presence of Engineer Ceidge and as well as Mr. Edgardo for this part of the program. We are also encouraging everyone's connected in Zoom and in TESDA official FB page to kindly key in your questions, concerns, or any requests for clarification using the Zoom chat box and comment section on Facebook. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Ms. Aura, for the kind introduction. Maraming salamat to our host. And of course, as mentioned, welcome everyone to this open forum or the question and answer portion with our resource persons. Ayan. So I do hope nakapag-rest ang ating unang speaker, si Ceidge, as well as si Sir Edgar. Sana po inom muna kayo ng glass of water, sir, pero mukhang dire-diretso tayo sa ating open forum. So again, everyone has a chance to participate, whether you're joining via Zoom, and we have more than 100 participants at nakakatuwa nationwide ang reach ng ating programa, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So maraming salamat po for the support mula sa ating regional directors and other directors ng TESDA at ng ilang focal persons. If you are joining via TESDA Women's Center's Facebook page, and we have about 4,500 followers, we're trying to boost our followers. Again, please share and like our Facebook page at may share ang webinar program na ito that is open for everyone. And so this is a safe and free space. Of course, we want everyone to feel comfortable. Parang nag-uusap lang po tayo para mas mahimay pa natin at ma-appreciate ang ating napag-usapang programa kani-kanina lamang. Ayan. And of course, sa ating mga participants, this is Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability Practices and Innovations in TVET. So kung kayo po ay may katanungan at may nabasa na kaming mga tanong sa Zoom chat box natin, paki-share niyo po yan sa ating Zoom chat box and Facebook page comment section. Ayan. So let's get to know more our resource persons for about 30 minutes sa ating open forum at mapag-usapan po ang ating mga topics na na-discuss kanina. So I will now ask my first question kina Ceidge, Engineer Ceidge, and Sir Edgar. Please share with us po, ano ang inyong personal reasons for promoting green and sustainability practices? So maaring sa personal na buhay at maging sa inyong organization. So let's ask first, Engineer Ceidge, please.
Yes, can you hear me, Ms. Jenna?
Yes, apo.
Yeah, okay. So ako, yung sustainability, feeling ko kasi damang na-emphasize yung aking kagustuhan during the height of the pandemic, no? Hirap tayong humanap ng food, kailangan lalabas tayo pero ang taas ng risk. So sustainability for me is really be able to provide all that you need, or at least at a certain level, meet the needs, no? The basic needs that you have. And it involves also yung sa sanitation natin. So, um, sa amin, sa bahay namin, actually, yung urban gardening, we are doing it, no? Nanay ko at saka tatay ko, mahilig sila magtanim. So, we preferred na dati puro floral, mga ganyan. Ngayon talagang food na. And we will also be starting yung paggawa ng backyard tilapia farming, no? Pero for self-consumption lang. So to me, yung sustainability, again, even with my line of work naman, sa waste, it's difficult kasi parang hanap kami ng hanap sa kami magtatapon, no? Mahirap, napakahirap. And we are going lengths and lengths of kilometers away. Imagine, for example, Metro Manila, saan silang tatapon ng basura. It's also not sustainable. And to help achieve sustainability sa aming company also, we have a lot of employees na of course may families din. So we want the programs or the services that we offer to become sustainable so that we can also sustain yung mga umaasa din sa amin. So that's where we're coming from, at least from a personal and on a corporate level.
All right, maraming salamat. Very inspiring yung binanggit ni Engineer Ceidge kanina. Yun ang kanyang personal reasons and even professional advocacies then for advocating na mag-go green tayo. Thank you for mentioning, Ceidge, yung pagbabagong nagawa ng COVID-19 pandemic so that we could all be aware talaga sa ating role, di ba? To create a more sustainable environment, society, or even planeta pa nga. Yan, salamat. So the same question po sa inyo, Sir Edgar, our colleague po from TESDA. Kung kayo po ang tatanungin, Sir Edgar, ano ang inyong personal reasons and even professional reasons as well to promote green and sustainability practices?
Thank you, Ma'am Gordon. Ako po, personally, ako talaga ay green advocate. Kasi being raised by my parents na who are both farmers, ako kasi lumaki sa rural area na exposed talaga sa nature. And nagkaroon ng chance na makapag-aral dito sa city, sa Manila. Pero when I transferred dito sa nung around 80s, sorry. Nakita ko yung malaking comparison ng malaking comparison ng rural and urban setup. And I see to it na ako talaga, when I finished my degree, when I obtained my degree, kailangan makapag-work ako sa something na may maitutulong para makatulong sa ating kalikasan. And then, fortunately, when I was able to join TESDA, nag-apply talaga sa Green Technology Center because nakikita ko yung magandang ng magiging role ng center, yung unit na kung saan ako involved. So, I must act as a green advocate and as part of my role dito sa Green Technology Center. Kaya very passionate din ako na i-promote yung mga technologies of green and sustainable practices.
Alright, maraming salamat Sir Edgar for sharing that. Nakakatuwa po, no? Tayo ay nagbibigay pugay syempre sa ating mga magsasaka, sa ating mga bayani, mga eco-warriors din at mga allies sa pagprotekta ng ating environment. Nakakatuwa po, and we're very happy to have with us a public servant kagaya ni Sir Edgar with that passion, no, in promoting green initiatives maging sa loob ng TESDA with the help of the Green Technology Center. And so definitely our participants, kung kayo ay merong pinanggagalingan, meron kayong personal reasons, di ba? Para sama-sama tayo, we can all work together for green and sustainable practices. Please share it sa ating comment section. Matutuwa kaming mabasa rin ito at may share sa ibang mga participants natin, Zoom chat box and the Facebook page as well. Yan, so tuloy lang ako sa aking second question. Again, sa pareho nating resource persons, please share po kahit isang example ng green practice na nag-benefit sa inyong office or organization. Definitely marami ito, pero kahit isa lang po na talagang masasabi niyong best example ng green practice na nakinabang ang inyong office at saka organization at ang iba pa. Let me go back to you, Ceidge, please.
Sige. Sa amin, sa office, sa head office namin, and even dito sa satellite office namin, since we are, kami yung implementers ng Trash to Cashback, so it's like a department or like a group under the whole waste value entity. Nagpapa-challenge kami per department, no? Pinakamaraming recyclables na makokolekta, of course, may points yun. And then yung points na makokolekta na, let's say, for a certain month or a certain number of days, lalo na, di ba? Ayan, mga Earth Month, etc. So we do make it fun. Ang mangyayari, lahat ng points na yon para ang mangyayari, winner takes all, no? Pinakamalaki na kilogram, ima-match yon ng company, and then yung amount na yon, the group can decide or the department can decide kung para saan gagamitin. Usually, ang ginagawa, gusto nila pantry snacks para daw din lahat makaka-enjoy, no, ng benefits because it's also a collective effort. No? So may ganon. And then, so that green practice, kami dito competitive in a sense na we really want to change the behavior, no? So yun ang nag-benefit sa office. And then because of that, it actually led us, lang namin to parang in-house lang namin to na ginagawa, no, before it became Trash to Cashback. In-house lang yun. Lang kami, nagkukulitan lang kami. But here we are. It grew into 45 drop-off locations in Vismin even. So, kumbaga, the company or the whole group benefited from it, and then we are now also tapping into other groups like yung mga sari-sari stores na nabanggit ko, MSME. So, kumbaga, from laro lang, from kulitan lang, dahil bored ang mga tao ng pandemya, ito na, no, nag-benefit ang company because it became a program, and now we are transferring the benefits naman to the individuals on ground. Yan.
Okay. Thank you, Ceidge, for sharing that. Nakakatuwa, nabigay niya ang history or her story ng Trash to Cashback program. Ayan. Involving everyone, no? Paramihan ng recyclables. Good idea to sa ating sa ating initiatives sa TESDA Women's Center at sa ibang TESDA training institutions. Sige. Now, let's now go to Sir Edgar. Ayan, sa inyo din, sir, kindly share one best practice of GTC. Yun, pagdating naman sa ating green practices which benefited your office.
Okay, thank you again. Siguro talagang biased ako sa agriculture siguro kasi galing nagbeing magsasaka. Pero talagang ang mas maipagmamalaki ko or talagang ako mismo personally natutuwa yung effect ng greening ng because nabanggit ko kanina yung center nung inaugurate ito nung 2015. By the way, yung Green Technology Center is donated by the Filipino Chinese Chambers of Commerce and Industry.
Yes.
And yung location ng building is talagang literally tambakan ng basura.
Oh, yes.
So ginawa dahil nga naghanap ng sites, itong site ay dinevelop para ma-construct itong building. Pero I was fortunate enough na kasama ako dun sa original team na hire. And with the help of the Curriculum and Training Aids Development Division, yung NITSD, at saka yung team from UP Diliman, kami yung original na nag-start para ma-improve yung area. And now, makikita nyo na yung meron na tayong mga organic vegetable garden, may ornamental landscapes, may mini orchard na, meron tanim na mangoes, sampalo, pomelo, with the help of tunas. And then, of course, meron na yung demo facilities ng aquaponics sa hydroponics. So, personally, yung benefits na maliban sa siya ay isang benchmarking area na, dahil napakasarap na paglabas ko ng office, mas madali, parang part of the hobby na. Mas madali mag-divert ng stress. Actually, kahapon, mag-iingit lang ako. Para after ng paperwork kahapon, nag-harvest ako ng mangoes.
Wow!
Yun, meron tayo dito sa isang side na in-integrate ko yung urban farming or urban orchard production, sinama ko yung traditional na nakagistan ko sa farm. Alam niyo ba yung ginagawang pagpapausok ng mangga para ma-induce yung blooming niya? Ginawa ko siya December last year. And then in 3 months time, nakita ko yung napakagandang effect. Kaya sabi ko I even documented it. Sabi ko, sige, hindi pwedeng i-disregard natin yung traditional farming kasi pwede pala siya magamit. Nakatulong siya ng malaki kasi in the previous, yung 2 years na namumunga yung isang puno naman dito. Siguro mga less than 50 pieces lang. Ngayon, we were able to harvest almost 50 kilograms.
Wow.
So
Thank you for
napakalaking
sharing that.
napakalaking stress diversion.
Opo, ayan. Salamat Sir Edgar and congratulations. Nag-harvest na pala dyan sa TESDA Complex through the GTC. Ayan, thank you very much. Nakakatuwa yung binigit ni Sir Edgar. We can mix innovation, technology, syempre, as well as traditional sustainability practices. I-capture ko lang binanggit ni Sir Edgar kasi for the information of everyone, GTC po or the Green Technology Center is at the TESDA Complex. This is the TESDA's Green Skills Hub. So of course, we would like to acknowledge then, as mentioned, donated ito syempre ng Federation of Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Industry Incorporated. Ayan, so maraming salamat sa ganitong suporta. Okay, so of course may nabasa na tayong mga questions po mula sa ating participants. Ito ay question po mula sa isa nating trainer sa TESDA Women's Center, kay Ms. Rona de la Cuesta. This question is for Ceidge. Nakita namin yung traktora picture kanina sa landfill, nakakatuwa. So ang kanyang tanong po, does the Basurero app or sa inyong programa, ayan, thank you for sharing sa ating technical team to easily read this. Meron po ba kayong offices in different cities regarding collection of big or bulky home trash items? At saka syempre, paano ang process po nito?
Sige. So, kami po sa BEST, we are also, siguro explain ko lang din, no, para dito sa specific kasi big, bulky home trash items. No,
Yes.
so BEST is part of the IPM group of companies. So, IPM group po, ang ginagawa naman po nila, collection sa cities talaga. Right now in NCR, we are the ones collecting for Mandaluyong, partly in Taguig, and also we are the ones collecting in Bacolod. So pagdating po din to sa mga collection po ng may offices ba kami sa different cities, I think you can I think I can share or sila Miss Jenna can share my details. And then regarding the big and bulky home trash items, kindly coordinate with me or message me, and then I will give you o i-refer ko po kayo dun sa specific area area managers and those who are really under this big and bulky collection po, no. On the other hand, if you would want to know already how to do the booking ng waste ninyo sa inyong offices or sa inyong lugar, kindly download my Basurero app. Kaya lang po, sorry, kapag Apple user, hindi pa po namin nalalabas doon. Medyo masinsin ang kanilang mga requirements. So sa mga Android users po, pwede niyo pong i-download ang My Basurero at doon niya na po kami i-book, no? Kailangan lang po noon, pipicturean ninyo yung inyong ipapahakot. Sasabihin po ninyo kung anong type. So halimbawa yan, bulky waste. Tapos po, magre-reply po kami sa inyo at sana makapag-book tayo ng date, no? 3 dates po yon usually yung sinasabi po namin. So we can do it 2 ways. Number 1, you can message me and I will be relaying to our team kung saan po kayo pinakamalapit so that they can assist you, or you can try using already our application, My Basurero app. Downloadable sa Android. Ayan.
Ayan, salamat Ceidge for answering that. Salamat. So marami pong offices, na-mention yung mga drop-off offices supporting this program as well as the My Basurero app. Nakakatuwa. I-download na po natin ito. Itong application po nito, subukan na natin ito at magamit nating mabuti ang ating mga technology and gadgets. Makakatulong pa tayo sa ating environment. Yan, salamat. I-clarify lang natin, Ceidge, baka naman daw may babayaran ng ating mga participants, mga magpapa-request ng inyong serbisyo.
Sige. Kapag po recyclables, no? I-clarify ko na po, no? Pagka po recyclables at kayo po ang nagdala sa aming drop of locations, which I can share, I don't know if I can share my screen or I should send this to one of our technical teams. Pero pag recyclables po at kayo po ang nagdala sa kahit ano pong drop of location natin, parang mga tent lang po yun. Wala po yung bayad kasi po kayo ang nagbigay sa amin at bibigyan po namin kayo ng points at incentives. Ngayon po kapag ka po, let's say, magre-request po tayo ng truck, no? At medyo kalakihan, karamihan, at kailangan po siyang, kung may treatment or merong holding facility na kailangan pong madalhan niya, meron po tayong service fee para po doon. And on the other hand, kapag naman po part ng LGU collection, dapat po lalo na po pag nakita niyo po yung best at IPM na track, kapag po sinisingil kayo, sabihin niyo na rin po sa akin ng medyo madiinan po natin. No? Kasi dapat po pag LGU collection, hindi po dapat kayo pinapabayad doon.
I see. All right. Salamat. At natutuwa kami na meron ng pakipagtulungan with the local government unit. Ayan. Salamat po. Ayan. So sabi rin ni Ms. Marie Baliera, pwede din ito sa Bulacan area. Aba, may nagpapromote na ng kanilang local government din. So maraming salamat po sa mga LGUs and other cities supporting this program. Ayan. So sabi ni Ms. Rona, salamat po sa pagsagot sa kanyang katanungan. Kudos sa ating gawain in helping make a greener environment. Ayan. Thank you so much. Ayan. So, ngayon naman, dako tayo sa next question natin. May nabasa po tayong katanungan kanina sa Zoom platform po natin mula kay Porfirio Romulo Riva. Maraming salamat po for joining us. Ang question niyo po, can the private sector endorse this program to our LGUs through a national government program? Parang connected siya sa napag-usapan kanina kasi meron ng collaboration with the LGU. Ayan. So, ibabalik ko ito kay Ceidge pero baka may additional po si Sir Edgar from TESDA. Can this program po be endorsed pa? Siguro mas malawakan, no? Talagang ma-spread ba natin ito sa mga LGUs? Meron bang plano ang BEST at ang World Without Waste program to expand its coverage sa mga LGU? Ito ba ay currently pong ini-endorse para mas marami pa ang reach nito? Sige, Ceidge.
Yes. Usually for the program, yung ito po, no? So to clarify, there are medyo parang 2 or 3 hati po tayo sa collection, no? Kapag po yung sa LGU collection, definitely it will undergo bidding. So kami po talaga yung lalapit sa LGUs ninyo, okay? The next one is kapag po yung sa trash to cashback program, yes, the private sector can endorse this program to the LGU. It can be positioned as part of the mobile MR, no, or materials recovery facility ng ating mga LGU. So, by law po kasi, kailangan sa barangay level or even city level, merong working na materials recovery facility for them to divert waste or ma-retrieve yung kanilang recyclables already at ma-report po nila yon as part of their environmental compliance. So, ang mangyari po is, yes, you can endorse us sa LGUs, no? Pwede po namin ibigay sa kanila. Katulad po ng mga projects namin like in Quezon City, in Taguig, meron po tayong mga memorandum of agreement na nagsasabi na trash to cashback can operate po sa kanilang cities. And then, yung nakita niyo pong programa kanina ng World Without Waste, like Tindahan Extra Mile, etc. Yun po ay dadalhin din po ng trash to cashback program sa mga LGUs po na papayag. At ang mangyayari po, kumbaga is, may partnership po tayo with LGU kung saan kami po ang mag-a-act as parang mobile MRF po nila or pop-up MRF. At the same time, meron din po tayong efforts din with the private sector para dun pa po tayo sa grassroots level pumunta. No? Kasi halimbawa po kanina, targeted yung market natin pagdating sa sari-sari stores. Definitely, hindi lang po yun ang aming program. Meron din po kaming ibang program for glass collection naman and for paper or used beverage carton. So, kumbaga, dadalhin po namin yung programa, Trash to Cashback, pero lahat po ng kasamang programa on top of it, we will also be bringing it to the LGU. A part of a national government program, I hope that it reaches the national level, no? But we take it one step at a time, with one recyclable at a time. We would want a working model. Kumbaga, ang kailangan din po kasi dito is Kaya po hindi rin kami basta makapunta sa ibang location dahil ini-ensure po sana namin na sustainable, meaning meron pong tatanggap ng makukuha naming recyclables, may tatanggap po na recycling facility within sa area po na yun.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ceidge, for clarifying that. Salamat. And according to Juliet Ranyosa sa Zoom, sabi niya maraming salamat daw po sa info. So dagdagan pa natin ito mula naman sa initiative ng government agency ng TESDA. Sir Edgar, ito namang current partnership natin. TESDA, Coca-Cola, Philippines, as well as BEST Incorporated. Ano yung next initiatives natin, sir, to really expand the reach? Kasi we have our regional offices po, no? Other TESDA training institutions talaga. Are we excited also na mas magamit itong magandang programa na ito at makatulong sa environment?
Okay, thank you. As I mentioned kanina, this year, yung beta testing na, yung second phase ng pilot. So, ang naka-program for this year is yung 10 selected na LGUs from all over the country. Hindi pa talaga kaya na. Kasi medyo undermanned pa yung team. We are working with Ceidge, si Ms. Maricon, and Ceidge Coca-Cola, Ceidge Lighthouse Ideas, yung third party consultant ng Coke. Pero aside from that kasi, sa TESDA side, kasama sa work plan namin ngayon, yung pagbuo ng CS, ng competency standards. Nasa target siya until October sana. And then hopefully, after the CS, yung PR. And then isasabay na rin, isisingit na rin doon yung regional lead trainers training. Na hopefully para meron kaagad na RLT sa bawat region. And hopefully kapag nakapag-count na, makakapag-mobilize na tayo na yung bawat region meron ng capacity to replicate yung, or to magkaroon ng multiplier training agad-agad. So hopefully next year ma-achieve na kaagad. Pero the partnership is parang force na-focus na aabot ito ng 2030 according to our partner sila Ma'am Joy ng Code.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Edgar, for sharing that na meron tayong target pilot, LGUs, as well as nakakatuwa kasi that's the role of TESDA as the authority ng TVET. Inihahanda ang competency standards, ang training regulations para TESDA promulgated, no, ang mga standards and document nito at sustained ang ganitong programa kapag meron tayong ganitong mga documents po. Maraming salamat. Thank you also, Ceidge, for answering the question of Ms. Joy Hobson. They're excited pa na ma-explore ng ibang LGUs, including Pampanga, para mapaabutan ng trash to cash programs. Ayan, salamat po. So sa ibang mga katanungan, our speakers are answering them directly po sa Zoom chat box. So feel free to share it habang tayo ay nasa ating open forum. Ayan. Dumako naman ako sa sunod na question. Of course, talagang kuminsan challenge po ang magkaroon ng greening mindset at nangangailangan ito ng pagbabago. Kindly share with us po kahit ilang challenges encountered in pursuing sustainable practices at kung paano po ito na-overcome ninyo at ng inyong organization. Let's go now kay Ceidge.
Yep. Sige. For us, ang pinakamahirap is to convince, no? To convince first that this program or whatever it is that we are advocating, whatever it is that we're doing, ay iba sa mga dati nang nagawa. No? So hindi naman po bago yung sinasabing segregation at source, hindi naman na po bago yung mag-recycle tayo or mag-reuse tayo. Pero anong kaibahan or bakit ngayon iba na? No? So siguro po I will share later pero meron po kaming card, no? Na binibigay sa pili na magre-register lalo na kapag kumbaga nakita namin yung kanilang kagustuhan, no? Talagang interesado, no? So meron po kaming card para po siyang ATM or parang debit card po siya, no? At yung tanong yung consistent na tanong na ano ba to? Magagawa niyo ba talaga to segregation at source? Mapupunta ba talaga to sa recycling partner, hindi ba talaga to hahalo sa ibang basura? Kasi lagi naman pag kinukolekta, sama-sama rin naman. So, I would understand, we definitely understand the frustration also of the individuals na nung ginawa nila kasi minsan, tapos nakita nila na sinama-sama rin pagkakolekta, medyo masakit naman talaga, no? If not, hindi pala medyo masakit, no? Because nag-effort, no? So right now, what we want them to do, or what we want them to think right now, yung card po na sinasabi ko, and I'll request my colleague here, baka pwede mo kong pahiramin ng isang card para mapakita natin, is that ngayon, ang iisipin na nila, lalo na nung ating mga nasa grassroots level, no, nitong pandemya, hirap na hirap, may mga nawala ng trabaho, etc. That when they see a recyclable item, pwede nila yung i-deposit in idea, pwede nilang i-deposit yun po dito. Ganito po yung itsura ng card, no? Papakita ko po sa inyo. Magiging vlogger lang po ako. Yan, ganyan po.
There,
Yan. May number po yan. So, para talaga siyang debit card. At sa likod po, meron din po yan. Ay, hindi makikita yung number. Pero may 3-digit number po yan. At meron din po itong PIN kasi. No? So, kapag po nag-register kayo sa amin, may PIN po yung account ninyo. So, ang idea ngayon is that kapag wala akong means ngayon to work pa, hindi ako ma-accept sa trabaho ko, pero nakita ko medyo madumi sa labas namin na, pero parang maraming PET doon. Tsaka parang may mga papel doon. Tapos may malapit na center ng trash to cash back sa akin. Get it as a resource. Deposit it to us. And in return, yung card po ninyo, pwede nyo namang gamitin pambili ng grocery sa amin din. No? And to our other partners. So, I guess, ang difference is that, kung dati ang iniisip lang, ibigay niyo yung recyclables doon, kaila Manong na, and we would want also the informal recycling sector to take part in this. No? Kung ang dati hindi niyo nakikita kung saan napupunta, sa bawat trash to cashback center, you can see din kung ano na yung produkto na lalabas kapag binigay niyo sa amin yung recyclables. So it's more of ang challenge na totoo ba to, mangyayari ba to, or scam ba to, is actually countered with letting them know how it really works, that it will work kasi ito na yung produkto, nasa market na rin ito. And next is boosting their morale na hindi po kayo nagbabasura na marumi, no? Hindi ko po kayo tino-convert na maging dito, parang scavenger or something. And even that, no, we want to change that mindset na ay pag basurero parang it's not a good job or it's not a good industry. In fact, it is needed. So we want to change that mindset, and we want to change the branding also and boost the morale of everybody by showing them that it works and it will work, and we want you to work with us.
Yes, thank you for sharing that, Ceidge. Nakakatuwa po how their organization was able to overcome that challenge, na talagang mabago yung ganong mindset. So, nadagdagan natin, nais nating magbigay pugay, di ba? Mga bayani natin yan, mga basurero, basurera, at kung sino pang mga eco-warriors natin dito. So, kahit na humaharap tayo sa ganong challenge or pagbabago, kayang-kaya itong mabago with the help of the Trash to Cashback Program at ang ilang pang initiative mula sa Best Incorporated. Pakinggan naman natin mula sa GTC. Sir Edgar, ano yung isang challenge po na hinarap ng inyong organization sa pag-push and initiate green sustainability practices, and how did your organization was able to overcome those challenges?
Okay, thank you. Okay. Initially kasi nung ginawa namin yung Green Framework in 2018, at saka nag-issue tayo yung TESDA Circular number 58 o yung implementing guidelines and bringing that to that system. Yun ang ginawa naming basis para gumawa ng checklist, parang Green TVET checklist. So, nung nabuo namin yung checklist, para sa audit form, Green Audit Checklist, na ginamit, pinalot namin sa mga TTIs, TESDA Technology Institutions. Initially, yung outcome is nakapag-generate tayo ng report na parang meron siyang rating. For example, si TWC na accomplishing form, after accomplishing the form, parang chinecheck ng lahat, and then meron corresponding points. After that, nakikita natin parang yung general parang grade niya or average niya. Yun parang yung rating niya, how green is TWC. So yun yung parang first na output. Pero in reality, nung tinitingnan namin, kino-compare namin with the other institutions, although hindi pa namin siya actually binisip, nakikita namin na may mga kulang pa or may mga unique na greening programs ang isang institution na wala doon sa ginawa namin checklist. So every semester, ina-upgrade namin yung checklist. We try to see ano ba dapat i-improve and then ano pa yung dapat na alisin doon. And then for that, after the pandemic, nagkaroon yung during the administrators conference, kasama siya sa ginawa naming parang survey doon sa mga administrators para makita natin anong gusto nilang idagdag pa.
Yes.
So yun, parang in reality, parang hindi pa siya yung actual na level of greenness of an institution. Kasi lahat tayo, as I mentioned kanina, lahat tayo may mga kanya-kanyang unique na greening program. As long as nakikita natin na this will help solve the problem ng ating environment. So pwede natin siya maisama doon. So we are upgrading it and then may ginagawa kami ngayon ng mga ng proposal para mas yung Green TVET framework ay ma-revise. Yung may konting amendments para ma-include natin yung green business na kasama siya ng database.
Alright, salamat Sir Edgar. Talagang challenge ito sa GTC, of course. Napakalawak ng TESDA, regional offices, and the TESDA training institutions and other private institutions as well. So with the help of the Green TVET framework and of course the Green TVET checklist po, na sinasagutan din po ng TESDA Women's Center ito taon-taon, we are being guided kung saan pa pwedeng mag-improve sa mga green practices. So time check po muna tayo. It's 11:22 in the morning. So magbigay tayo siguro final 2 questions before we proceed po sa closing part of this lifelong learning program. Basahin ko lang ang tanong. Although there are questions na sinasagot na po ng ating speaker sa Zoom chat box. May tanong lang po si Nympha Sabolarse. Sabi niya po, pwede pong magkaroon ng trash to cashback program sa school? And then how could we join or how can we be part of this program? Ayan, magandang tanong ito sa mga school naman. Same with the training institutions din ng TESDA. Yes, Ceidge?
Yeah. So kami po, actually, sabi ko nga kanina sa aking presentation, we really value the the role of education or the role of the institutions, lalo na like TESDA, and even sa sa early stages ng education. So pwede pong magkaroon sa school. Usually we do it kapag po nalaman na po namin kung saan at kung pasok po sa area of interest or sa area po na meron na talaga rin kaming sustainable na working model, yung 5 pillars po natin. We usually do it once a month. And we can also have like a very specific po, na output na gusto nating mangyari. For example, ang isang school ay kailangan ng photocopying machine. What we can do is that we will go there as a program, and the points that will be earned by the students, by the teachers, sa isang account lang po papasok. And then once we reach the target, we will help you purchase po yung photocopying machine through the efforts of everybody. So we can do it like that. We've done several projects like this as well, or programs like this as well. Wherein, halimbawa po, the schools also would want to really encourage kids of all ages as part of their programs at school. So yes, we can definitely talk about this. Dun sa how we can access, I gave my email po sa chat box. You can send your queries po sa akin. And then our colleagues or our partners here with me will reach out to you, or ako rin po personally will reach out to you so that we can have this program rolling po.
All right. Thank you, Ceidge, for answering that. Ayan. So, exciting po how the schools, TESDA training institutions could adopt this program with the help of the World Without Waste program at saka ang Trash to Cashback program. So, na-share po ni Ceidge ang kanyang email address and we'll be sharing it again before the end of this program. That's c.razon, R-A-Z-O-N, at ipmgroup.com.ph. Again, that's C.Razon, R-A-Z-O-N at ipmgroup.com.ph. Yan. So again, final two questions na lang po tayo. If you have other questions for our dear participants, please share it in our Zoom chat box and Facebook comment section. So our question now for both of our speakers, as green advocate po, syempre, kindly provide practical and cost-effective. Dalawa po yun, practical, attainable, di ba? Cost-effective suggestions for TESDA Women's Center, for TESDA, to improve its environmental footprint. So this time, unahin naman natin si GTC. Kanina pa natin inuuna si Best Incorporated. Sir Edgar, kindly give po other practical and cost-effective suggestions.
Okay, thank you. Siguro, being an advocate, kailangan talaga na lagi tayong conscious kung ano yung ginagawa natin, yung effect ng ating mga ng ginagawa natin sa environment. Yun na una-una natin lagi iisipin. Yung carbon footprints, lahat ng activities natin, magmula sa paggising hanggang sa pagtulog natin, nag-i-emit tayo ng carbon. Yung itself, yung ini-exhale natin is carbon dioxide. Pero aside from that, yung mga ginagawa natin na activities, yung pag-utilize ng resources, water, food, using yung pag-burn or pagluluto, nag-iiwan tayo ng carbon footprints. So kung na-conscious tayo lagi na itong ginagawa ko, instead of misusing or overusing the resources, kung pwede natin tipirin, that's one green practice. Yung simple na discipline na kapag meron tayong mga electrical lamps or lights na naka-switch on pero walang gumagamit, hindi magkaya sa room, you can use natural lighting or switch off na lang natin. That's one way of saving on energy. Kasi remember na kapag gumagamit tayo ng kuryente, galing siya sa fossil fuel. Yung pag-produce ng fossil fuel ay nag-iibit ng so much carbon dioxide sa ating atmosphere. So yun, discipline and yung siguro isa sa buhay natin na we are all protectors of our environment, ng Mother Earth. Lahat tayo may responsibility and dapat tayo conscious lagi tayo.
Yes.
That's the best and the most cost-effective.
Yes, oo. Maraming salamat po. Very practical yon and cost-effective. Nakaka-inspire po yung inyong binanggit na yon, Sir Edgar. Let's now go to Ceidge. Again, baka may karagdagang practical, cost-effective suggestions na pwedeng ma-adapt po ng TESDA and the TESDA Women's Center.
Yes. So, again, kanina, ako puro recyclables kasi yung binabanggit ko, and I'm happy na yung part naman ni Sir Edgar is leaning more on the biodegradable waste, or sa farming, food related, yung nabanggit ni Sir Edgar na regarding sa carbon footprint and very practical samples, yung sa ilaw or even sa water. Ako naman po, sa akin, ang very practical is wag po muna nating i-try isolve lahat. Ang sa akin po, I think, it's not a practice makes perfect, pero mag-strive po tayo on improving it on a day-to-day basis or on a year-to-year basis. And what I mean by that is that, for example, sa compound po ninyo, you already have some of the resources. It may not be a recycling facility, but kung meron na po kayong gardening din dyan, parang may narinig ako kanina that, kumbaga, within your compound, anything that you can utilize or that Green Technology Center is already trying to pilot. For example, yung sa food waste, kung may pinapilot na sila, why then TWC and other areas or other departments of TESDA, I don't know if you're already doing this, focus on that effort to help them also with their program. And then for your recyclables, don't try to get everything. Just focus on one material, focus on one very specific item na madaling matandaan muna natin lahat. And let's build the muscle first, Muscle memory muna tayo when it comes to this. Because sustainability po is a lifestyle change. Kaya po maraming laglag dito kasi lifestyle change po talaga ito. And we would not want na magningas gugun tayo ulit. So, ako po, ang practical suggestion ko is whatever it is in your own vicinity, of course, with the help of GTC, I think it will be co-beneficial na we are supporting their green technologies. And if may mga pilot po doon sa loob mismo ng inyong compound, yes. And for information, I think kami ni Sir Mike Gayona are already talking into having your recyclables picked up by BEST. Kumbaga magkakaroon na rin tayo ng dyan, ng at least once a month collection, I think. So you do not need to put all your recyclables there. We can start one at a time. Kung plastics muna i-focus, baka mamaya mas marami po kayong paper waste na tinatapon lang. Kung mga marami na po kayong shredded paper dyan, we will accept it. So kaunti-kaunti lang po, no? Instead of us going full blast, let's just do it one step at a time and build that muscle memory. And the cost effectiveness of that is not just makikita on a monetary, I guess what I'm trying to say is not just a monetary measure, but also in terms of us being able to see like kagandahan or kalinisan ng surrounding. Instead of us buying a lot of dustpan and walis, paano kung wala ka nang wawalisin? Kasi na-divert nyo na. Paano kung wala na kayong ilalabas doon sa inyong MRF or containment area because na-divert nyo na into something else? So that's also one of the things that I would hope you will consider in the future.
All right. Salamat, Ceidge, for sharing those practical ways talaga. And we're excited sa next steps ng ating collaboration ng GTC, ng TESDA, ng TWC, and of course, ng BEST Incorporated dyan. All right. So here is our final question naman po sa ating speaker. Pasensya na po kung merong hindi tayo nabasa na mga katanungan, but to maximize our time for the open forum, this is our final question. Siyempre, ito po ay TESDA Women's Center. So we advocate for women's empowerment. Nakapareho ng kalalakihan, ng kababaihan at lahat ng sectors, lahat may stake, lahat may role sa usapin ng green practices. So what can we do to equally engage po pareho ang babae, ang lalaki, ang lahat ng sectors ng lipunan? You mentioned grassroots kanina sa usapin ng green practices. So ano po ang masasabi ng JTC at saka ng BEST Incorporated dito? So sige po, Sir Edgar, magsimula po tayo sa inyo. How do we equally engage everyone, women, men, and all sectors in society sa green practices?
Actually, yung greening practices kasi talaga hindi siya parang wala siyang gender bias. It's true, kasi pero kung tutusin, example lang si waste diversion. Di ba sa household pa lang wherein mas nakikita yung role ng mga women, yung mothers, yung mga children in the yung mga babae. Napakalaki ng kanilang contribution. So, kung doon mismo sa household, nakikita yung discipline na ipinapakita ng magulang from the parents itself. Yung discipline in the practices is talagang nai-implement doon sa household. Talagang idagdag pa natin na women are more creative than men. So para mas marami kayong alam na paraan para mas lalong mas mapangalagaan natin ang kalikasan. So I think doon pa lang yung mga women mismo, kapag nakikita na sila yung nagpo-practice ng may pinapakita magandang habit, I think napakadaling mag-influence ng others.
All right. Thank you, sir, for starting sa household. And of course, at TESDA, green jobs, green skills, kasama rito ang kababaihan din. So now, let's hear the answer naman from Ceidge, from BEST Incorporated.
Ayan, sige. So thank you for, okay, saktong-sakto yung sinabi ni Sir Ed, no? Talagang malaki yung role ng kababaihan. But to put it into, kumbaga, mas malaking audience or context, sinabi ko po kanina, waste is very personal. So, though majority of us are relying sa, kumbaga, ang frontliner po natin sa waste or in terms of any sustainability activity or green practice for that matter is sa bahay, ang ating mga nanay, even ang ating mga kasambahay, no? I would want to emphasize that the generators ay parehas of all genders, of all ages. And I think what we can do to engage them better is for them to understand na hindi ka exempted just because bata ka, exempted ka sa green practices. No, that's why, again, going back to the education, we want to start them young. Kaya happy ako na may nag-ask din related sa schools. And when you are older, it doesn't mean also that you are exempted regardless of the gender or regardless of your preferences. Kasi when you are older, ang bata, ikaw naman ang gagayahin. No? So, in terms of engagement, we would want them, kaya po may gamification kami is because we want to go to the younger generations, but at the same time, sa older generations naman, nandito rin tayo sa we would want to tap on their behavior, no? That we want them to recognize. Kasi sometimes po, the gap here is that they do not recognize that what they are doing is actually part of a green practice. So for example po, yung sinabi ko kanina, yung sa jar, pinaglagyan ng kaong, tapos lalagyan yung ulit ng fruit salad. It is part of a green practice. And you have to recognize that first, that what you're already doing now is a green practice. So that it encourages you more to do more. So kumbaga, I think how to engage is we need to make whatever it is we are trying to ikalat natin sa lahat. Make it more relatable to anybody of all age. And it will boil down to the educators natin in our communicators. Because if we cannot translate that into a good sample that they can understand, they can relate, whatever the gender, whatever the economic status, no, whatever that spectrum is, then I think the engagement part will not happen unless we do that through proper education. Yun po.
All right. Thank you very much, Ceidge, as well as Sir Edgar, for highlighting that everyone could be engaged sa usapin ng green practices, sustainable practices. Ayan. So our dear participants, kung kayo po ay natuwa sa ating talakayan, sa ating open forum, give us heart reaction po sa pagtatapos ng ating open forum sa ngayon. And allow me to provide the contact details mula sa ating resource speakers. So as mentioned kanina, if we want to communicate with Best Incorporated through Ceidge, ang kanyang, you could also search for Best Incorporated sa Facebook page nila, as well as email address of Ceidge. This is c.razon, R-A-Z-O-N, at ipmgroup.com.ph. Again, that's c.razon at ipmgroup.com.ph, as well as mula sa Green Technology Center, of course. Maaari nyo ring mahanap ang kanilang contact information sa TESDA website, at ang available detail is number 832-3807 para sa Green Technology Center po. Ayan, so maraming salamat. And of course, nagpapasalamat tayo sa ating speaker, kay Ceidge Razon, from the Corporate Sustainability Manager ng Basic Environmental Systems and Technologies, at kay Sir Edgar naman mula sa Green Technology Center. Once again, let's invest in our planet now that we know the benefits of sustainability practices and innovations in TVET. This ends the open forum. Let's give the virtual floor back to our host, Ms. Aura. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jonah, for facilitating our open forum today. Also to our two resource speakers for kind responses to the questions, concerns, clarification that our dear participant raised. Again, participants, let's give them a heart or clap react po. Maraming salamat. And now, to give the closing message for today's event, may we request everyone's attention to the Deputy Director General for Special Concern, DDG Villanueva III. The floor is yours, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Ma'am Aura. Good morning, everyone. Maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. To our very eloquent and very capable resource persons. Ceidge Razon, environmental engineer and waste specialist of the Basic Environmental System and Technologies Incorporated. Thank you so much po. To our insider expert, Sir Ed Galdet from Green Tech Center of TESDA. Daghang salamat, sir. And of course, Ma'am Mylene Sumera, our Chief of TESDA Women's Center, Ma'am Jonna, Ma'am Aura, and the rest of my TESDA family. Good morning to all of you and to all TESDA employees and personnel. Pleasant morning, everyone. Today, we have successfully conducted the TWC's Part 3 Lifelong Learning Program. And alam ko po, ang dami nating natutunan. I was listening to the deliberation and the question and answer portion. Ang dami ko din natutunan from our speakers this morning.
Oo, nag-bargain.
Sustainability improves our quality of life. Saglit, saan ba to? Thank you so much. May I go back? Sustainability improves our quality of life, maintains our ecosystem, and safeguards natural resources for future generations. With that, sustainable development relies on equal distribution of resources in our societies. It is difficult to attain sustainability without equality. We can achieve this by empowering the people as critical components in achieving long-term economic growth, social development, and environmental sustainability. According to UNESCO and UNIVO, TVET is essential for addressing knowledge and skill development challenges to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. More importantly, through well-designed education and training programs, TVET can instill the proper mindset and attitude in trainees and the workforce regarding green and sustainable practices. Kailangan nating maturuan yung mga estudyante natin because we are preparing the students or the learners to be future workers in their chosen environment. To optimize its impact, however, the appropriate policies and techniques, especially in environmental and social sustainability, must be strengthened. Green strategies as one of SDGs will help to transform trainers' learning and training environments, allowing them to fulfill the role in skilling learners, upskilling professionals in green job sectors, and reskilling those affected by job losses due to changes in our environment and society. May we accomplish this initiative by mobilizing different TVET institutions to engage in advocacy and implement green practices in order to effectively establish institutional green and climate responsive policies that benefit society and the labor market. Our green TVET initiatives will never stop developing a culture of sustainable practices in TVET and facilitating the transition to climate resilient societies, improve resources efficiently, and circular economy. TESDA, and of course TESDA Women's Center, will play an essential role in equipping trainers and learners and trainees alike for new green vocations and providing them with green skills and competencies. In behalf of our TESDA Women's Center family, the initiator and organizer of this lifelong learning program, I would like to express my appreciation to our speakers, of course, Ceidge and Sir Edgar, to our participants in this event, which includes our TESDA employees, alumni, trainees, and other participants. This presents an opportunity for us to promote and participate in the environmental sustainable practices in TVET and in this society. Lastly, thank you to all, and may the blessing of Magbabaya, the creator and source of life, and Señor Santo Niño descend on our efforts to create a sustainable and environment-friendly world, the only living planet here in the universe. Kanatong tanan, daghang salamat, and congratulations TESDA Women's Center. Congratulations to our very articulate speakers, Ceidge and Sir Ed, and to all of us participants. Thank you, and mabuhay po tayong lahat.
A virtual applause to our Deputy Director General for Special Concern, DDG Vidal Villanueva III, for that encouraging closing message in relation to the benefits of sustainability, practices, and innovation in TVET. Again, maraming salamat po. At heart and clap react naman po dyan, dear participants. Salamat! Now, next in our program is the presentation of Certificate of Recognition. May I request DDG Vidal as well as the two speakers and participants in joining me in presenting the e-certificates. Let me read the citation. TESDA Women's Center awards this Certificate of Recognition to Christine Joy M. Razon, Corporate Sustainability Manager of Basic Environmental System and Technology Incorporated, in grateful recognition of the valuable services rendered as resource speaker during the lifelong learning program entitled Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability, Practices, and Innovation in TVET, in line with the Earth Month celebration, given this 18th day of April 2023 via Zoom, signed by Deputy Director General for Special Concern Vidal, DDG Vidal D. Villanueva III. Now, let's award also the same certificate to second speaker, Mr. Edgardo Arcadlit, from Green Technology, in grateful recognition of the valuable services rendered as resource speaker during the lifelong learning program entitled Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability, Practices, and Innovation in TVET, in line with the Earth Month celebration, given also this 18th day of April 2023 via Zoom platform. Also, signed by Deputy Director General for Special Concern, DDG Vidal D. Villanueva III. And a sincerest gratitude to our two resource speakers for imparting their expertise for today's webinar in observance of Earth Month. Muli, maraming salamat mula sa TWC. Dear participants, for the last time, let's give them a heart or clap react naman po dyan. Maraming salamat. And now, at this point, may we invite again DDG Vidal Villanueva, as well as our two speakers, other officials, and all the participants in Zoom to kindly turn on your videos and show your very satisfactory smile for the photo opportunity that we will be assisted by Engineer Ryan M. Yanto.
Morning po.
Engineer Ryan.
May I invite everyone to open their camera and share your happy smiles. We have here 3 panels po. For our first panel po, smile po. Next, for the second panel, smile. And for the third panel po, smile po. Ayan. Thank you for sharing your happy smiles during the photo opportunity po. Back to you, Ma'am Ora.
Thank you for the assistance, Engineer. And also thank you so much to all participants for sharing their very satisfactory smile as well as your active participation throughout the event. Lalong-lalo na po sa ating forum na talagang siksik at liglig ang ating mga katanungan at mga binibigay na kasagutan ng ating dalawang resource speaker. Reminders to all participants, please don't forget to accomplish the program evaluation in order for you to receive your e-certificates for this program. We also appreciate your feedbacks. So this ends the TESDA Women's Center third part of lifelong learning program entitled Going Green, Benefits of Sustainability Practices and Innovation in Tibet. This LLP is in line also with TWC's 25th or Silver Founding Anniversary with the theme TWC at 25, Expanding Women's Choices, Changing Women's Life. To officially conclude the program, let's sing the TESDA way. Again, this has been your host, Auricus R. Abella. Maraming salamat at Happy Earth Month sa ating pong lahat. Thank you!
All united, we answer the TESDA call. We raise the TESDA banner high. With our partners, we serve ever proud and tall. From day to day, we strive to address the needs of our labor force. Provide the skills that open doors. Excellence in world-class work, access to success for everyone. With the power of information, proper values and education, to the hands that build the nation, doing it the TESDA way. Rain or shine, we keep alive the hopes and dreams of workers throughout this land. Doing the best we can, committed we make our stand, truly dedicated to the task at hand. With the power of information, proper values and education, to the hands that build the nation, doing it the TESDA way. To the hands that build the nation, more power to the TESDA way. Long live the TESDA way.
Again, thank you po, dear participants, as well as sa TWC LLP Committee po natin. Maraming pong salamat at happy lunch po sa ating lahat.
Treatment ito. Speech na to. Tsaka